Hello, everyone. A question. My journey to inner harmony, how I got there, and how people can find harmony. My advice. Subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and hit the bell icon. My path to inner harmony, friends, let's do it so that there is total harmony. It is impossible to achieve, there is no such thing as total balance, that is, life itself is this. Well, each person is an unfinished algorithm. Yes, it is not a finished formula. That's exactly what interests God, that this formula writes itself. Harmony, yes, it is. Something complete, absolute harmony is. Completely, finished. And finished is. It's not interesting to God because it's clear-cut, it's finished, and there's no element of creativity or growth in it. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. That's why people, these are extremely interesting and quite ambiguous things to say that. Some kind of total harmony and peace. Anyway, my journey to reach a certain state of balance. At the very beginning, besides, the practices, besides my running around with this. I went through it at the moment. My son was born. So, actually, when the baby was born, I felt something that's impossible to describe. When my son was born in 2006, I changed. It made me look at myself in a different way. Later on, of course, there were practices. At that time, I was already practicing yoga and meditating. I spent a long time before working on myself, diving into yoga, various nidras, doing a huge amount of breathing practices, doing different exercises, and my path was through some serious inner work. So right now, I'm just, joking around and all that. But actually, there was a period in my life when I didn't make a single move, not a single word, nothing, unless there was a real need for it. For people, I became a little incomprehensible, and when you are incomprehensible, it is frightening. So, a person doesn't understand what's going on, and, as a result, it kind of puts them on edge and pushes them away. As a result, I was left without friends, without acquaintances, and so I sort of locked myself in the house and continued my inner work. Yeah, so I went even deeper. Yeah, I had a teacher, someone who guided me on this path, showed me asanas, taught me breathing exercises, gave me books, and specifically one of them. I'm going to recommend you a rare book, but it's really amazing and gives you a chance to understand Indian philosophy. The author is Radhakrishnan. In this book before, basic keys and aspects to Indian philosophy are given. There are a lot of interesting things there. From there it becomes clear where Buddhism came from and how it developed in general. Because, well, for us these are different religions, but we must understand that Buddha was a Hindu. He was raised and grew up on Indian philosophy. Therefore, in order to more deeply understand the essence of enlightenment, awakening, I believe that these are the foundations of Indian philosophy. These are the concepts of Radhakrishnan. They need to be taken and to study, so that we can be on the same wavelength. And it'll be clearer for you too, how everything unfolds. If there's no initial understanding of where you are and where you want to go, where you want to end up. My path to inner harmony, it lay through specific practices, through concrete work. And this work was largely including a withdrawal from society and diving into my inner processes. Try to get to the essence, to the truth, and reach those moments that are really interesting to you. In the end, go through a certain part of my trainings and you will see that you really are. You've cut down a lot of time for yourself. And there's a huge difference between just sitting and watching with your eyes closed. Yeah, and it might seem like, well, I meditate, I do something, but honestly, nothing happens. Or will you properly redistribute your attention and look at yourself, at your inner self? And to see and to understand those, the mechanisms that create distortions within you. By understanding them, you get rid of them. That's real work and the difference between one and the other. I show it very well in my trainings. To think about yourself, that you have already been doing so much. In reality, nothing is happening there. And go through one training and understand that, oh, but here is where the real work is going. And to see that real work within your psyche, that's what I encourage people to do. So, friends, take the courses. Grow, develop, and everything will be all right. Thank you, everyone.